Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth DaChop.
I'm your host, twinsinc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Chop Team. How you doing on this Sunday? Seth, how you doing, my brother?
Once again, blessed as a frog in a pot that's about to start boiling.
I didn't think about it for a second, like, yeah, he ain't that blessed.
He got a few problems.
But if you know, frog was actually staying there because they tried to adapt. And it was on the engine, but by then, when it's time to get out the pot, it's too late.
Still, once again, it ain't gonna turn out well for that frog. Sort of like my last relationship. Did not turn out well for the frog. Or me. But keep going.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you see today, we're gonna chop up Mortal Kombat. Now, first off, this movie has been out since April 23rd, 2021. If you haven't seen it, then you're not a real fan. That's number one.
Nope.
And number two, I don't care about no spoiler alert because it's what, 2 months now?
Yeah.
It's May, what, 12?
Yep.
11, whatever, something like that. Either way, we're talking about it.
And if you did see it, you ain't getting them 2 hours back, so.
Yes. So first off, I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. Sega. ABA. Hold on. ABA, CBA, ABABA. I think that's the blood code. And if that's wrong, somebody let me know, tell me what it is. But I remember that's the code to turn the blood on in Mortal Kombat on Sega.
See, it was even worse for me. My nieces and nephews at the time would have been in the 4 to 7 year old range, and every time the theme song came on, Mortal Kombat, we would jump up and literally I would end up throwing children around the living room or wherever we happened to be. I mean, they would test their might, and I would finish them. And that's some of their favorite memories.
So we're that far back. We're so invested. So the movie came out. Let's go back a little bit. Now, the first Mortal Kombat movie came out in the 90s or early 2000s?
Oh,
no.
I got a good story about that one.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, just saying. Okay. So the first Mortal Kombat movie came out somewhere in the early 90s, right? I called myself
95.
95. Okay. So it was a girl I was working with at the time. And, I was like, yo, let's go to the movies. I thought I was being all suave and cool and calm and quiet and everything. Okay. Trying to get her at the movie.
Right.
We didn't want everybody at work to know what we was up to. Mm-hmm. We go to the movie theater. I ain't talked to this movie about with nobody. And it's like 30 dudes I work with up at the movie theater talking about, I didn't know y'all was together.
So you try to that was bro. Come back. All your boys was all your boys were there. Everybody was there.
It was like
it's a guy movie. I mean, if you play Mortal Kombat, I don't know too many girls play Mortal Kombat. Now I know they out there. Shout out to y'all, but that's a guy thing. So that was a bad move by taking her to that movie on the sneak tip chime below. You walk in, everybody like, is that Seth? Is that? What? I didn't know y'all was an item.
I'd be like,
busted.
So that didn't turn into an item thing, because when you mess up, when you miscalculate that poorly,
that's poor.
Yeah, you don't get the smash. Just saying.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward. So the first Mortal Kombat movie came out. Period was phenomenal. Second one, this third one, the one came out in 2021 was supposed to be like a reboot. With technology now, better graphics, XYZ, whatever. I think, okay, it's 2021 now. Mm-hmm. We have all these Avenger movies come out. This is going to be a good movie, right? Yeah. So it started out good. I ain't going to cap. No cap here. The beginning was perfect, giving the backstory between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Everybody know them two have a lifelong beef. So, me personally, they should have did Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. That should have been movie one.
I can live that.
It should have been, you know what I'm saying? It should have been an origin story. of Mortal Kombat, just like they're doing G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes. I don't know if you saw that preview yet.
I don't know. I saw that and I'm like, I'm not.
I don't know neither, but we'll see how it go. But it's the origin of G.I. Joe, so that was a smart move by them.
Watch that though.
I'm gonna watch it.
About that.
But that was a smart move. That's what Mortal Kombat should have did. They should have did Sub-Zero, or Sub-Zero, Scorpion origin story.
Yep.
So it started out good with the history. Yay, cool. Family get killed. We kind of knew it was going to happen, and
it looked good doing it. I gotta admit, your boy Sub-Zero was ruthless.
He was cold as ice. No pun intended.
Yeah, he was like Cool Hands Luke. I was like, yeah. Sub-Zero, Scorpion on the other hand,
he was bad too.
No, that's my boy. Sub-Zero is my favorite character.
Right.
Along with the Frost, I'm gonna give it to him. But
and he was killing with the little spear. He was jacking people up. I'm like, okay.
I was like, dude, he picked up a garden tool. Yeah. That's what killed me. I'm like, she was working in the garden with a kunai. Listen, you don't use a dagger to garden. I'm just sorry. That part, that looked a little bit contrived to me.
Right. So, they had a fight scene. Scorpio dies. Why can't saying Scorpio? Scorpion! Get over here! He gets killed.
It had to happen.
I know.
Okay, keep going.
So he dies and he curses himself, blah, 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 blah. So we fast forward and we have this new guy who's in a ring fighting people getting beat up.
Get drugged. Dude, I thought you were supposed to be like one of Earth's champions. You're not even your hood champion.
He's not even a real character. Mind you, in the video game world, there is Mortal Kombat 11 now or 12? 11 games since early 95. Because the movie came out in 95, so the game probably came out in 92, 93, maybe 90, I don't know. Let's say 92.
Probably 50 characters altogether, maybe.
Right. And they decided to create a brand new character.
Who gets his ass kicked.
Who get beat up, but also they make him the main star person of the movie.
Who gets his ass kicked.
Who struggles throughout the whole movie to get his power?
Ass kicked. Oh, I'm sorry, powers.
His powers, whatever, I forgot what they called it, but
yeah, making up new terms. I'm like, I've been watching Mortal Kombat for years. What was that called?
I don't know what it's called. I forgot what they called it, but yes. So
he was corny.
It was horrible.
Now,
I'm sorry, y'all. It just hurt my feelings when I watched it because I was like, Friday morning, I went to work, had my TV up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do my tickets, and I'm gonna watch Mortal Kombat. Today's gonna be a good day. Yeah, it was okay.
Now,
and then go ahead.
I just want to say, hey, listen. Spoiler alert, real talk. Listen, your boy Sub-Zero was so OP, it was ridiculous. I loved it, but he was OP. But what he did to Jax was brutal. I clapped on that one. But corny fight though. Listen, one thing I'm gonna say, and I gotta say this for the overall movie. The fight choreography was atrocious. None of the fights looked good.
Not the first one?
No.
Sub-Zero
I mean, because not none of the fights. That was a good fight.
That's probably the best fight of the whole movie.
Yeah, exactly.
At the beginning one. So like, okay, it's starting out good.
Exactly. It wasn't a whole it was too much like MMA fighting throughout the whole movie. It was too much like MMA. It wasn't any forms. It wasn't any style to it. It was pretty much like MMA fighters throughout the whole movie.
Right.
And let's be honest. At the end of an MMA fight, you're not really impressed with those guys' skills. It just looked like brawling to me.
Okay.
So, but when Sub-Zero froze Jack's arms off once again, spoiler alert, that was...
Ain't no spoiler. It's 2 months later, man.
That was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, that was awesome. But when they brought him back with the baby robot arms...
Why? I was like, what we doing here?
The baby robot arms.
I'm like, what we doing? Yes, that was... Listen, how they did everyone's origin story in this movie was horrible. I'm like, he had the baby arms. Baby arm,
I mean, he had dude, this dude like this big hulking dude looked like The Rock with baby robot arms. That was ridiculous, okay? Did nobody in the graphics department say we can do better than this? Did you just not have enough money for special effects?
I mean, because, you know, in the game, it's very similar to happen to him. He gets arms ripped off by Goro, whatever.
Fine.
And then he comes back. They put him through surgery. And he comes out with his big arms.
Yes.
He didn't have to earn his big arms. He got them because who he was. Like, it took for a rock to fall on his Sonya, and he had to pick it up. It was like,
baby.
I mean, I could do it. And when he pick it up, his arms get big. Like, yeah. That was weak. That was
ridiculous.
Really?
Oh my God, brothers.
It's about Raiden.
Raiden was a chump. He basically, Shane Song disrespected him to his face, and all he wanted to do is put up a shield over the place. So Shane Song was like, you know, we came to kill y'all before the tournament, so kill him. Raiden was like, I don't want to blow y'all asses away because I'm like the god of thunder, and then I'll just put up a shield to protect part of my temple from, you know, the bad. Man, they made Raiden into a chump.
Yeah, he was weak.
It wasn't even.
And it was so bad too because anyone who's a real Mortal Kombat fan like I am, everyone knows the main superstar hero of the franchise is Liu Kang. Now we know in the movie, I mean in the video game, he does turn bad after a while, but he redeemed himself later on. But still, Liu Kang is the champion, and they made him like a simp. They made him so weak. It was horrible. He was skinny. He wasn't in shape. Like the original guy who did the first one, he was Liu Kang. Yeah. That's still my Liu Kang.
That was Robin Chu, C-H-U. Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he was my Liu Kang, and still is my Liu Kang, because he was badass.
He was well cast.
I mean, when they had the fight scene beginning, he getting beat up. He does a little. And it got smacked it off him. Then Sub-Zero hit with the freeze, and he flew back. I'm like, what?
That was so wild.
Like, that's it?
Wait, but what? I'm a Sub-Zero fan, first off. I used to keep a joystick in my car. You talk junk to me about Mortal Kombat, and we could go at it. And if you start winning, or if you feeling a little confident, you feeling good about yourself, you don't want a couple fights?
Sub-Zero.
That's how I fight.
Right, you can't, right. Right, for your real gamers, you know, Sub-Zero was a cheat code. So you couldn't come out the gate using first. You had to use your B person first, right? So it could seem fair when you play your friends, whatever.
Exactly.
But then they start talking, because, you know, they start talking, you get beat you a few times. When you switch to your main character, it's over. Because all you gotta do with Sub-Zero is keep freezing them. And then you remember the little down move and freeze me, you jump backwards.
Exactly.
Soon you touch me, freeze me. Combo, freeze you again, combo, freeze you again. Like it was.
And my favorite one, which game was this? Like 7 or 8 when they created the ice clone.
Yes.
You could, and then pick up the clone and throw him and freeze him. Dude, that was so. Sub-Zero's my guy.
He was completely OP. Like you had to jump on quick to beat him. But anyway, back to the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, yes, Sub-Zero is really the main bad guy. Not Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung was horrible too. He ain't do nothing.
Oh my God.
And Kung Lao.
Now I will admit
he was kind of gangster.
When he
fell to the ground.
No, when he made the hat cut.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking at like, wait, I know I didn't just see him ride her in half like.
He did.
I'm mad that they took him out, bro, because Kung Lao definitely needed to have a bigger role than that one.
Yeah. So. And then you figure when Liu Kang see him grabbed up, I thought Liu Kang was going to fly across the map with a kick or something, a fireball or something, save him. And he like, no,
my cousin. Yeah, that it. So, and then we're going to go to the butt kick. I mean, the kick butted guy.
Oh, Kano?
No, the kick butted. He got his butt kicked every fight until even Goro was drubbing him.
Oh, you talking about the new guy?
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know his name.
Cole. I just know it's Cole.
Yeah, but he's not a real character. He's not even in the game. He might be in Mortal Kombat 12 now because of the movie. Go ahead, continue. We'll come back to that. If
I mean, it looked like he powered up to Luke Cage level powers. His little bootlegs, knives, Tonfa, which started cutting people's arms off and stuff. You know how bad it is? He didn't even make it onto the cover work.
No, he didn't.
He ain't even making on the cover work of the movie. That's how bad him being in the movie was.
Yeah, anyone said this is a good movie, shoot yourself. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Don't shoot yourself. Mortal Kombat uppercut yourself. The first game edition, because when you get uppercut, you flying back in the air.
Exactly. So no, honestly, the movie, I will say this on the fight scenes, choreography, I can give it a B. Not a.
I'm gonna give it a C plus.
Okay.
And the plus is only because Sub-Zero and Scorpion at the beginning of the movie had a great fight scene.
Yeah. And
then also, speaking of Scorpion, he didn't come. He had a small role. Yes, the origin story was based off him, but he didn't come back until the end of the movie to say his iconic line, "Fight, dude," and that was it.
And that was a good fight, except for the fact that if they wouldn't have double teamed him, Sub-Zero would have sent him right back to hell. Sub-Zero went off, which really, how is anybody ever going to win that fight?
Yeah, he's kind of like he was even OP in the movie because
way OP. Like, way too OP.
None of the Earthbound players or Earthbound characters could really defeat him.
No.
Because Liu Kang is not Liu Kang. Liu Kang was like a C+ player in his movie because Liu Kang is supposed to be the baddest guy. I think he won the last 10 things.
No, he won the last one.
Last one? Well, I'm talking about in the video game, not the movie.
You know what? The video games is weird.
I know the game's weird, but still, he's still the top guy. He is the guy. Like, Raiden is... That's a star pupil right there. Raiden comes out and train him, get him together.
You know what? From this is okay, sidebar, which we do a lot. I've always found Liu Kang to be one of the worst fighters.
Worst? In the game?
Yeah. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. Pretty much, if I'm losing, those are my three go-to.
Yeah,
I've never actually liked Liu Kang. His fireballs are nice in the first 2 or 3 games, and after that,
the bicycle kick.
He was too linear.
Yeah. See, what made I'm not gonna lie with y'all. What made Liu Kang famous or popular because he was created based off Bruce Lee. That's what it was.
That's it. Give it that.
And I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. Bruce Lee was the guy who introduced me into martial arts. You know, I don't do it, but I watch all his movies, even though it wasn't in English. I'm reading captions, you know what I'm saying? So when you think about even Dragon Ball Z, it's based off Goku is based off still Bruce Lee. In these games that you see, everything's based off Bruce Lee because Bruce Lee had that huge impact. Yep. So that's why Bruce Lee or Liu Kang had a lot of love from a lot of people. Yeah, his style wasn't really all that great. He had the fireball, the little straight kick, and the bicycle kick, cool, but he was still that guy. And then later on, he got the big dragon that he had.
I kind of like the idea.
Yeah, the dragon was cool. I mean, it was cool in the little scene, but it was still horrible. The movie. Listen, I'm gonna jump right to it. So they were saying like Mortal Kombat, this was like the kind of origin story for part 2 coming out in the future. Listen, everyone, all you movie producers, all these TV, or not TV, but movie producers making these movies, you cannot copy Marvel. Marvel had this stuff written out back in 2008. What they was gonna do with the whole in-game in phase 1, phase 2, they're on phase 5 now. So all you trying to do is we'll do origin story Mortal Kombat, and then the next movie we'll get Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is not even that good.
What the heck? Who the hell asked for Johnny Cage to be a special character?
Johnny Cage should be in the original movie. Like, Johnny Cage is not that good. He gets killed anyway. Like, is he in the part? No, he died in the first game, ladies and gentlemen. I know we talk about the game and movie, but Johnny Cage has never been that guy as the best player in the game.
I don't know anybody from the gaming community who looked at Johnny Cage as their primary character.
Johnny Cage is he's a knockoff version of Van Damme with the split. He's a split and punching in the balls. Remember that one? Like, okay, that was weak.
I could have lived without that.
Right.
But thank you.
Remember that? He was a knockout version of John Van Damme. Like, come on, man.
Stop it.
So the first movie was supposed to be like, okay, next movie, we're going to bring Johnny Cage. Like, Johnny Cage was that guy. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. What you should have did was had Johnny Cage in the first one and then have Jax in the second one. Like, because Jack didn't come in the first game. He was So y'all messed up the whole movie franchise already.
Well, they was trying to be woke, strong female character, black guy, Asian guy. Stop. Listen, here, I just want to piggyback on what you just said. All you movie producers out there, Marvel did something that you're not doing. Listen, not that you know me, listen. When you make a movie, you make that movie, if it's good enough to earn a sequel, cool, awesome. I look forward to the sequel. But what you don't do is throw away the first movie so that you can say you're setting up the sequel, because that's what you just did. You made a movie just so we'll be happy to see part 2.
And I don't understand how you didn't recognize this.
Okay.
We see what happened to the DC verse, the DCU verse, right?
Which is exactly Mortal Kombat.
Right?
That's what they did.
Like, did you understand how bad that was? Mm-hmm. It took Zack Snyder 4 hours to redeem it. And guess what? They're not even going to carry it on from there.
And
so
it ain't even redeemed either. I'm like, it was all right, but
it was still good.
It wasn't great enough to get a sequel.
It was way better than the first movie.
That's sad.
Because you know why? I know it took 4 hours, but every main character had a backstory. You got Cyborg's backstory. Mm-hmm. You had Aquaman's backstory. Flash. You got more. You got more each person's backstory. And then I like the part when they fought Zeus in the back in the day. That was pretty cool too. Zack Snyder, he's that guy. He didn't come over to Marvel and jump on a bandwagon there. And shout out to his new movie that's dead, Army of Darkness on Netflix. That was a good movie.
The Army of the Dead that just came.
Yeah.
You saw it already?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Okay, we should do that next time.
Next week, we'll do that next week.
Army of the Dead. Yeah. Check that out.
But Zack Snyder, that guy. But the point I'm trying to make is that we saw Batman versus Superman.
Which
trash. Because mind you, Batman vs. Superman, if y'all didn't know this, was like 3 movies or 3 comic books in one. Mm-hmm. You know, you had Batman origin story. You had the death of Superman. What else? Wonder Woman introduction. I'm missing one.
But that's bad enough as it was.
Yeah, it was bad. You just threw everything together.
Oh, and come on, you took Batman down the dark side, looked like he was killing folks. Batman don't kill people. You got the death of Superman, which by itself should have been a Justice League level movie that you just patched together.
And then you have Batman about to kill Superman, and the only reason why he didn't kill him because he said, "Save Martha."
Oh my God!
I need to go back and not watch it, but look it up and say how many times they said Martha in that movie.
Look, I've been
because at this point now, I hate the name Martha now.
Well, I mean, you should have hated that for like 3 generations at this point.
I know, right? But the point I'm trying to make is you saw what DC did, and it didn't work out for him right now, and it still ain't working out for him. So stop trying to catch up. Take your time and take our money. Marvel, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with giving you my money. We're trying to give you my money. So go ahead and do each person individually and grow it together. Like, I mean, Iron Man, 1, 2, and 3. Then we had Thor. We had 2 Hulk movies. Right. Then we had Thor movies, Hulk movie, Avengers. Yeah, that's why they're so good. Now that's why even right now on Netflix, Wanda is still getting our money, and Winter Soldier. Oh, sorry, Captain America and Winter Soldier. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is the fact that they made this movie real quick, Mortal Kombat, just to get it out there and just say, yeah, we got a 5-movie deal planned out. If this first movie don't get the numbers, you can scrap the other 4 movies.
Exactly. No,
you should have went all out on the first movie, so we love it, so we can't wait for part 2. Not like, yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, you gotta stop. Seriously, it's like Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we should talk about that, but I'll just say this: as a movie universe,
right?
You had Godzilla, and then you had King Kong. Mm-hmm. Admittedly, they might have held off on the Ghidorah, King of the Monsters, first, but when you came to Kong versus Godzilla, you're trying to set up the next movie. You threw this one away. This looked horrid. It had a few moments that was great, but this wasn't even him versus the Mutos, or you know what I'm saying, on the first
it was
Godzilla
bad.
movie.
And honestly, I got in that movie, I got all Thor vibes. Once he got his little hammer, I'm like, oh, he Thor now. He got his little hammer now. He throwing around, you know, because it light up and everything. Oh, so he got his own. What they call it? Thor's hammer called?
Mjolnir.
Right. Yeah, that was just too much.
It's so much about that I don't like. See, we should talk about Godzilla one day. Either way, stop people. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the 2020s, in the 2000 teens, in the 20s, We like giant monsters. We like fast cars. We like superheroes. We are going to give you our money. You can't make a Fast and Furious movie bad at this point. But the other trick to it is don't try to prove us wrong. We like what you're doing with Fast and Furious, right? You can't give us a bad Marvel movie. You can't. WandaVision, which was...
It started out slow.
Theoretically unhappy making.
But then it got good at the end.
It was okay at the end. This Falcon and the Winter Soldier, excellent show. Excellent show. You can give me plenty more of that. Okay.
Loki.
And I can't wait to see the Loki.
I can't wait.
Okay. So
they setting it up just perfectly.
And so even with DC, stop making DC movies. I hate DC movies. If I really thought you all cared, we have a DC versus Marvel conversation because DC is garbage.
And how many times you gonna make a Batman movie?
Because Batman, see, you were about to.
You got Ben Affleck, then you got this new guy. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
You was about to make me sidetrack.
My bad. Sorry.
I'll tell you what's wrong with DC in one word.
Go ahead.
OP. Well, maybe that's two words.
You said.
DC is OP. OP. Everybody in DC is overpowered. That's the only thing wrong with it. Thor has gotten his butt kicked.
Thor or DC?
No,
Who we talking about?
I'm about to compare Thor to Superman.
Got it.
Okay. Technically speaking, Thor has pretty much the same powers as Superman.
Yep.
But Thor seems more human. I mean, Thor seems more relatable. You've seen Thor hurt. You've seen Thor get beat down by somebody stronger than him. You've seen Thor have to fight back to get back into shape. You've seen him. He was fat. He got depressed. What do you see Superman do? Nothing.
Real quick. So, Zack Snyder, I'm confused here. Superman's supposed to be OP, right? He is OP, right? But he got killed in that movie. Even though Flash every one time, he disintegrated.
Come on, say that again.
The 4-hour movie, Zack Snyder. Mm-hmm. Remember when Flash had to go back in time and run back and change everything back? Mm-hmm. Superman got killed. You notice that when the boxes came together and went. Phew.
Oh well, no, but Superman couldn't get. Superman didn't even. No, see, I know what you're talking about.
When Flash ran backward, everybody's bodies getting put back together, even cyborgs. But I'm saying is that
the only way to hurt Superman was to disintegrate the whole damn planet. That's what's going on right there.
How can you? Let's make it go into the sun and eat the sun. How can he die on some little explosion?
Well, you know what? And that's how. Okay, see, we should have a Marvel versus DC discussion.
Goodness.
Because that's the problem. The Flash could run fast enough to slip back through time. Damn it! Doesn't that seem a little bit OP for a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, what can't he do? Okay, Batman always seems to have a gadget that'll do something. What can't Batman do? Even and he's the most human among them. Wonder Woman can fly. She has magic. All this blah blah. She's immortal. I mean, she's not Black Widow. I care more about what happens to Black Widow than Wonder Woman. Yeah. I care more about what happens to Thor than Superman.
Yeah.
You know, Quicksilver. Yes, he got killed.
That was bad right there.
Doesn't matter. Can you imagine a bullet ever hitting the Flash?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you're that OP, you don't care about the character.
I'm still confused about that. I mean, Quicksilver's, how do you...
He had to slow down. Well, see, we don't get into that, but...
Yeah, because he could have outran him. He could have just outran time. Like,
no, but he had to stop and pick up Hawkeye and the little boy. That little moment of stopping, he got hit. Listen. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I
get it.
I'm saying that's why. Anyway, we all off subject.
Mortal
Kombat. But we should do that because that's the whole problem with DC. By the way, is that all of their superheroes are OP, and if you're too OP, you can't care about them. That's why they keep making Batman, because Batman is not OP. He's just a rich guy in a suit. Imagine if Tony Stark Iron Man suit was strong enough to beat Thanos single-handedly. Mm-hmm. What's the use of the rest of the Avengers? Isn't that what Superman did to
Darkseid? What?
No, not Darkseid. Steppenwolf. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're too OP, what's the point?
Yeah, Superman popped the movie in the movie, and he took out Steppenwolf in 2 seconds. What? 3 punches? Boom, boom. Maybe like 5 punches.
Who wants to watch that?
Yeah.
That's why they can't make a good Superman movie, because he's OP.
So yeah.
So for future reference, back to Mortal Kombat, that's what they just did to Sub-Zero. That was one of the problems.
Yeah.
You made Sub-Zero
OP.
too OP. It took Cole and Scorpion to beat him, and it was still too close to count. If it wouldn't have been for that combination, who would have beat him? Raiden?
No, Ray, he didn't. Did he fight anybody?
Who else could have beat him?
Nobody.
Exactly. That if you make the villain too OP, if you make the villain too OP, you lose the ability for me to actually care about him as a villain. So he's just a force of nature, like a tornado.
So with Mortal Kombat, is rating higher than Shang Tsung, or are they the same level?
On Earth, he should have been the boss. On Earth, there's no way Shang Tsung should have been able to do the stuff he did.
That's why I'm confused. Right, because if Shang Tsung broke the law and broke the rule by coming to Earth,
you keep saying Tsung, it's just Tsung.
I know.
Shang Tsung.
When Shang Tsung, thank you. When he came in to try to kill the people, Raiden should have
took it like a chump.
Raiden should be like, okay, you here?
Oh, it ain't even time.
It ain't time yet.
So it ain't no rules right now.
Game over.
Blast him. Just blow their ass away.
But he was a jerk the whole time.
And he took it.
He was, yeah. Listen, I'm pretty much done at this point.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, I'm getting out 5 out of 5. I'm lying. 5 out of 10.
You know what? I concur. Listen.
The only thing good about it was the fight scene in the beginning, and that's it. I can't nothing else. Storyline, trash. Liu Kang made him super trash. Sub-Zero, OP. Jax, he was horrible. Sonya, she was horrible too. She had to kill Kano. I'm like, none of this makes sense. No. I don't know where you're going with it. I don't care for part 2. I'll probably still watch it and then do another review because how horrible it is. But hey, kudos to you.
Once again, you already got my money. At this point, you stealing from me though, because you took my money and didn't give me what I needed. But you're gonna get the money, so that's the problem. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 5.
Yeah.
If you bored on a Sunday afternoon,
got nothing to do,
and you don't have to cut the grass, you should watch it.
Facts.
If you do have to cut the grass though, you can definitely miss it till next Sunday. And that's Mortal Kombat.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. This is one of the first series of the chopping up the movie. So I think next week we're gonna do what?
Let's do Army of the Dead. I'm gonna watch it this week.
I'm gonna watch it again because it was really good. And yes. Okay. Zack Snyder, shout out to you. Thanks for what you're doing. The DaChop team, Gmail, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Tune in, tap in with us. Appreciate you, everybody who's listening to the call or the show today. We out.